It's important to note that there are many lobbying groups that have already rallied and continue to rally to fight us every step of the way on this particular issue, especially when it comes to taxing certain services such as legal services for personal reasons, or motor, boat, and vehicle trade-ins, things like that. There's a long list of sales tax exemptions that are removed for services, and the army of professional, highly paid contract lobbyists opposing us on that one is growing every day. But we knew that was coming, and that's a battle that we got to take on. Let me go back to LB 312. If successful, this would generate somewhere between $225 to $250 million per year in new revenue. Once again, we plan to direct that towards property tax relief or reform. The ultimate goal, as you see on this slide, and there's one bill that takes us to that, but it requires some pay-fors, is LB 545 that was introduced by Senator Watermeyer. Right now, property owners pay about 48% of the entire tax load in the state. Income taxpayers, which many of you are in that category as well, pay 33%, and then sales tax pays 19%. Senator Watermeyer introduced a bill to increase the property tax credit fund by $200 million per year over the next 3 years to get us up to $824 million of property tax relief through that fund. If that were appropriated, that would move property owners from 48% to 40% of the load, which would get us halfway to balancing the three-legged stool. The LB 313, the 1% increase in sales tax would generate about $275 million for that particular effort. Next slide, there are another bill was introduced by Senator Erdman from Baird. It's LB 601. It also creates an internet sales tax. We will be supporting both of those. They're being heard in committee this Friday. One has a threshold of any business doing $25,000 of business per year in the state over the internet. Senator Erdman's bill is that one. The other one introduced by Senator Watermeyer, the threshold is $100,000. Senator Friesen from the Henderson, York area introduced LB 569, a bill that we're supporting, but it creates a community college task force and sunsets the funding of community colleges via property taxes for 2 years down the road. Sunsetting the funding of community colleges from property tax would be a direct $200 million reduction in the property tax load that all of you are paying in part across the state. LB 570, again from Senator Friesen, provides a property tax exemption for all tangible personal property. This, right now, the personal property tax in the state generates about $225 million per year. This would be advantageous to many of you for the personal property tax that you're paying on such things as you can see, vehicles, trailers, but also it goes to such things as center pivots and many other personal property items that you're paying that property tax on. So if LB 570 is successful, and then we're going to be pushing very hard on all of these, and we need more help across the state to create pressure on all the senators to make sure that these things happen, that would be about a $225 million bump for property owners. I mean, it would be a win in the category for those that are either paying real property taxes or personal property taxes. Senator Brewer from the Panhandle introduced LB 576. It's a property tax bill, or it caps property tax bills so that The property taxes that would be paid on any parcel or piece of property in 2017 or 18 cannot exceed what the property tax bill was in 2016. It could go lower if valuations go down. We haven't seen a lot of trends like that, but it freezes it from going higher.